skaters. Today is surgery day. Getting ready to head into the surgery center in just a little bit. I have to admit, when I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety about this surgery and kind of the immediate aftermath since I heard that I was going to be having the surgery. So I'm trying to work on flipping it around in my head, and instead of focusing on all of that, the difficult that I'm in for the next month, trying to look at this as kind of a new start. And so with that in mind, I'm trying to look at the things that I'm grateful about this whole experience. When I first heard that they wanted to do surgery on my foot, I thought, well, let's get this done as fast as we can so that I can get to the healing part, and maybe I'll even be able to skate by my birthday. So like, wouldn't it be amazing if there wasn't a big waiting list and I could get in January? And what do you know? It's January 30th. I'm going in for my surgery today. So I got exactly what I was hoping for. And so I'm really grateful for that. That is definitely something that I can look at as a positive in this whole situation. So those are my pre-surgery deep thoughts for the day. Hopefully the day goes really well, but I'll keep you posted. Hey skaters, so it has been a full week since my surgery. I really imagined I was going to be able to make this video several days ago, but I have been so groggy and sleepy, and I've been on this pain medication that's made it so I have to have my head supported all the time or I feel dizzy. And so it's been a little rough. I've pretty much been napping. I mean, the first 2 days after the surgery, I just napped all day. And even since then, I'm really in it. I've been really in and out of it, sleeping awake. But yesterday, I was able to step off of the doctor-prescribed pain medication onto something a lot less severe, and it's been amazing. My head is so much clearer. So feeling a lot better and finally able to connect with you and tell you how my surgery went. So the surgery day, it went great. The operation went great. The doctor was really happy with it. It was a weird experience. This is the 5th surgery I've had. I've had a number of other things done. Had surgery on my ears last year and a couple different things. So I feel like I have a pretty good sense of what surgery is like, what being put under general anesthesia is like. But this was a totally different experience for me. Usually I'm very alert all the way up until they take me from my bed onto the operating table and start counting down, and then I fade out. And so the last 4 have been like that. But this one, they gave me just a sedative, like a calming sedative in the pre-op room, and it put me out. Like, apparently I was still responsive and with it and talking to people, but I don't remember any of it. It was just, it's weird. It's like it just put a fog and I don't remember a thing, which made it very strange because I went from having the anesthesiologist in the room, 2 nurses, my sweetheart sitting there holding my hand. I blinked my eyes and all of a sudden I'm in the room all by myself. The whole surgery had happened. I wasn't really aware of that. All I knew was one moment there's 4 people in the room and the next moment there's no one in the room, and it freaked me out, you guys. I was freaked out. I was asking the nurses where my boyfriend was. Like, I was confused. He was just sitting here holding my hand, and now where is he? And they're like, it's okay. We're gonna go get him. It's okay. And I kept fading in and out. Like, oh, where is everybody? Where's my boyfriend? What happened? Out. Oh, look, there's my dad and my boyfriend around a corner, and they're waving at me, and what's going on? And why are they over there? And then out. And then the next thing I know, there's walking in the room and they're chatting with me. And then I don't remember what they chatted with me about. I just remember this visual of them walking into my little area. And then I'm out, and then the nurses are trying to help me get dressed. And then I don't remember. The next thing after getting dressed is boom, I'm right there next to the car, and 3 people are trying to get me in, like, move me into the car. So apparently they put me on a really heavy painkiller between the anesthesia and getting me home. So it is very heavy, and it was the strangest experience. I had no feeling of control over my limbs. I couldn't control my head. I just was like a sack that they had to move me into the car and carry me up the stairs into my apartment because I couldn't like control my body. It was just, it was kind of comical to look back on. My dad took some pictures of me when they put me into the car, and you can see I'm trying to like smile at him, and like, I just was so out of it. I was so out of it. I treasure these pictures because they're moments right after the surgery, but I think they're so funny. They're cracking me up. Every time I look at them, I crack up. So, and the weird thing is, I also have some video of me during this time, and I look like I totally am responsive and with it. Like I'm nodding, as if I'm following what the nurse is saying.
Starts working, you might even get a little bit of a decrease in pain too. Okay. You're gonna go home, they're gonna take good care of you.
But I was totally out of it. I don't even remember what the only reason I know what the nurse was talking about was because it was on the video. So weird, so weird. The doctor was very happy with how things went. He went out and gave a report to my dad and my boyfriend about it, and you can see that right now.
Come further up on top, you can see a little bit of scar tissue here. Then you start looking across, you see an area where you can start to see a little bit of a defect. Look towards the front of the joint and you can see this band of scar tissue. Look at this thing right here. And what I did was I actually pushed her foot up, and you can see how this scar tissue kind of like can go in and out, and this could be what was causing that clicking and catching. After we finished that, we came out, tightened the ligament on the outside, and then we reinforced it with that internal brace.
So you did reinforce it?
Yep, we did do that.
Wow.
So afterwards, you know, when I check it, it's pretty stable.
Wow, that's great.
All right.
Fantastic.
Now, in addition to the repair he did to the talus bone and the cartilage, he put in something called an internal brace, which is like a synthetic support to the ligament that I had that was really torn. I have to say I'm so grateful and feel so blessed by all of the uplifting comments and encouraging words I've been getting here on YouTube, on Instagram, from my students and my coworkers who are reaching out and wishing me well, and also from my loved ones here in town who are stepping in and taking care of me, my sweetheart, my sister, my parents. Hey skaters!
Hi skaters!
This is my dad. He has been here taking care of me after my surgery and getting me my smoothies and making sure I don't fall over, that kind of stuff. And
haven't done a great job at that.
He's been doing a great job. He's a great help. This is my mama here to help me today. Thanks, Mom. Now I know some of you are going to be curious about what I have going on my foot, how the doctor protected it afterwards. So I have on a splint, which is very much like a cast in that I cannot move my foot, but it's just a little different.
So this is the splint I've been wearing. They call it a splint because it's not completely encased in plaster. There is plaster in most areas, but not everywhere. So they wrapped my leg in cotton first, and then over the cotton in all the crucial areas, they put hard plaster. So protecting this area is plaster, this whole front, the whole back. There's just a section here that's soft, and then a section up the side that's soft, and that allows for my foot to swell and not get cramped by the splint, or if it was a cast. So you can see back here where this is where you can see that there's the plaster kind of built around my foot. So, and then that is covered with this ACE wrap. So that's what I'm working with for a while at least.
All right, well, that's gonna do it for the day. I'm gonna get back to my rest mode, but I just wanted to make sure you all knew that the surgery went well. I'm doing much better. I'm on the road to recovery, and I will touch base with you all again soon. See you next time.